Over the past decade, India's national security landscape has undergone a visible and decisive transformation under the leadership of PM Modi. From accelerated border infrastructure in remote Himalayan sectors and northeastern region to historic defense partnerships with global powers, from the push for indigenous defense manufacturing under Atmanirbhar Bharat to firm, calibrated responses to terror threats, including Operation Sindoor, the message has been consistent and unmistakable. India will protect its sovereignty with clarity and confidence. This renewed doctrine of strength has not been limited to military modernization alone. It has extended to intelligence coordination, technological upgrades, coastal security, cyber monitoring, and the strengthening of internal security frameworks across states. And now, building on that decade of groundwork, the Modi government has taken a decisive institutional step forward by unveiling India's first comprehensive national counter-terrorism policy and strategy, Prahar. The name itself carries intent. Prahar means strike and represents a structured, nationally unified framework that formalizes India's long-standing zero-tolerance approach towards terrorism. For decades, India has faced cross-border terrorism, proxy wars, sleeper cells, and radical networks. Yet, despite this experience, the country never had a single, publicly articulated, integrated counter-terror doctrine. That gap has now been closed. Introduced by the Ministry of Home Affairs, Prahar establishes a clear architecture to deal with evolving threats, from traditional cross-border infiltration to drone-based attacks in sensitive regions like Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir, from encrypted digital radicalization networks to the growing nexus between organized crime and terror financing. The policy openly acknowledges that terror handlers are now exploiting social media platforms off the dark web, cryptocurrencies, and emerging technologies to recruit, fund, and coordinate attacks. What makes this policy significant is that it draws from India's decades of lived experience while adapting to future challenges. At the same time, the framework emphasizes protection of human rights, adherence to the rule of law, and accountability through established judicial processes, ensuring that strength and constitutional values move together. The strategy rests on 7 core pillars. P. Prevention of terror attacks. R. Responses which are swift and proportionate. A. Aggregating internal capacities for synergy. H. Human rights and rule of law based processes. A. Aligning and shaping international efforts. A. Attenuating conditions that enable terrorism, including radicalization. R. Recovery and resilience. Moreover, institutions such as the Multi-Agency Center and the Joint Task Force on Intelligence are designated as central nodes for real-time intelligence sharing. The National Investigation Agency will continue to lead terror-related investigations to ensure effective prosecution and high conviction rates, while elite forces like the National Security Guard remain prepared for high-risk operations. Local police forces, as first responders, are integrated into this larger national grid, reinforcing the idea that counter-terrorism is not isolated to one agency but is a coordinated national mission. The policy also expands protection for critical infrastructure, from power grids and railways to aviation networks, ports, defense installations, space assets, and atomic energy facilities. Border management will incorporate advanced surveillance systems across land, sea, and air. Meanwhile, digital monitoring capabilities will be upgraded to counter cyber intrusions and online radical ecosystems. At the global level, India will deepen intelligence sharing and push at the United Nations for the designation of terrorist entities, reinforcing its stand against state-sponsored terrorism while emerging as a proactive leader in global counter-terror efforts. As India rises economically and strategically on the global stage, safeguarding internal stability becomes even more critical. With Prahar, the Modi government has moved from reactive frameworks to an institutionalized doctrine that prepares the nation for both present and future threats. It signals that India will remain vigilant, legally anchored, technologically equipped, and uncompromising in its resolve. In a decade defined by stronger borders, modernized forces, and a confident global posture, this policy becomes the next chapter in a broader national security story, one that asserts that the safety of 1.4 billion citizens is not negotiable, and that the fight against terrorism will be sustained, coordinated, and relentless.